More than 30 new editions of Shakespeare's complete works have been produced over the last 300 years.
Where on earth did you start?
You have to begin with the early printed texts because Shakespeare's original manuscripts don't survive. And the problem is that for many of the plays there are two different early printed texts. So you have to make a decision as to which one you're going to work from.
How much effort's gone into reproducing one of the most important works in literature?
Shakespeare wrote about 1 million words, 38 plays, poems, sonnets, and we've had to start from scratch looking at the original texts. So it's taken us 5 years, there's been a team of 18 of us in all, and we've produced a book of 2,500 pages. We've sort of added up the time we've all put in and reckon there's not far short of 20 person years of work in it.
And what's new in this edition?
The thing that we've done that is new is that for all the plays, the choice of text that we've worked from and modernised the spelling of and put in stage directions is the first folio, which was the original complete Shakespeare, put together after his death by his fellow actors, the people that he wrote the plays for, the people who knew the plays best. So previous editions have been a sort of pick and mix of different early printed texts, but we've consistently followed the first folio, and that's the first time in 300 years that anybody's done that.
We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he that sheds his blood with me today shall be my brother, be he ne'er so vile, for this day shall gentle his condition.
Have you learnt anything new about Shakespeare in compiling this new volume?
I think there's two things that I've learned. One is the extraordinary detail in Shakespeare's language, the way that so often a single word or phrase in Shakespeare means 3 or 4 different things simultaneously. And working line by line through the plays, putting together our commentary on the language, you really see what extraordinarily complicated, brilliant, multiple language is at work. And the other thing is his sheer theatrical intelligence, the way again and again you find hidden within the dialogue are stage directions and indications for the actor as to how a particular scene should be played.
Is this a dagger I see before me, the handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still.
How important is the complete works as a piece of literature to academics, students and the general reader?
I think it's no exaggeration to say the first folio is the most important book in the history of Western literature. That in itself makes it rather surprising that nobody's done what we've done before of a modern spelling edition of it. Rather as on the programme Desert Island Discs, they say you have a Bible and a Shakespeare. It really is of that importance for students, for academics, but also for the general reader. Dame Judi Dench has given us a nice quote for the edition, and she says every home should have one, and I think that's right. It is an absolute essential part not just of Britain's but of the world's cultural heritage.
What about future generations? Will they really use a volume like this, which is so huge it could be quite off-putting, especially as there's so much information about Shakespeare available on the internet?
I've got a suspicion that ours may be the last authoritative complete works Shakespeare in print form. Already editions of Shakespeare are beginning to migrate to the internet, and where you have the possibility of different readings of the text, obviously the sort of hypertext facility of the internet, that is the way that Shakespeare editing is going to go in the future.